Fools go for beauty. Responsible people go for character. You are a single person. You are a single mother. You are a couple. You are married. You are separated. You are divorced. You are a widow, a widower. Whatever your marital status is, I'd like you to know that there is power in attitude. Attitude matters. Attitude does what? You're not talking like you. Look at your neighbor, say attitude matters. It does matters. It does matters. If you are rich in talent and poor in attitude, the latter is your final state in life. You'll be poor in the end. Attitude matters. Attitude is like a plague that makes people avoid a person if the attitude is negative. Attitude is like honey. It causes ants to gravitate towards a thing. Even so, men gravitate towards someone of good attitude. A beautiful woman can be delayed from being married, not because there are witches against her. Her attitude can be her limitation. A handsome guy with money may remain unmarried or get married and get divorced, all because of attitude. So today I want to speak to you about the power of attitude in marriage and relationship. Write it down. The power of attitude in marriage and in relationship. You are a pastor, you have bad attitude, it will affect your pastoral ministry. Ask Elijah. Elijah was heavily anointed, but equally with a bad attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, he called fire from heaven. He caused the city to be without food. And ultimately he suffered it himself because nobody would care for him. He was an anointed man with a bad attitude. No good relationship with people. That affected him. God showed him mercy by sending ravens. Ravens should not be feeding a human being. Attitude matters. Attitude is the reason why one leader will be rejected and another leader will be elected. It is attitude, sir, that will make certain people to use money to be begging people, say, don't forget about my attitude. I'm giving you money, vote for me. Is that okay? I know I've been a bad person, but I know you are hungry. So, for the sake of your hunger, take this money and vote for me. All right? It is attitude that makes people spend money in order for people to elect them into power. It is also attitude that is making people to spend money to ask somebody to become their leader. It's happening in some countries. Attitude is making some people say, get out. We don't want you anymore in position. And attitude is making some persons who have not even gone to election. They are already calling an unelected person their president. It's attitude. It's attitude. It happens in so many countries. If you are current with some things happening in Africa, you know that it's happening in some countries in Africa. That you have a situation whereby you have a current sitting president in an African country. Election in some African countries are still miles away. And someone who has not even contested is already being celebrated as a president. He's already even having briefings. He's already briefing his own citizens under another president. He's telling his own citizens what the country will look like before they even start ruling. Without being sponsored, people are going to some parts of those countries to go and to campaign, and nobody funded them. In fact, the person they are campaigning for doesn't know them, but they like his attitude. In fact, when they were told that this person that they like, that the person once lied or has lied before, they now say, look, listen, we like the lies of this. These lies, we like it. His attitude. I'm about to show you the mystery of what? Attitude. The reason you are helpless is because your attitude repels people. Even when you come to church, your attitude to the ushers, you are misbehaving to an usher only for you to go look for a job and find out he's the one that will be giving you, that will be taking interview. And you are like, look, I'm a very well behaved person, and he's looking at you. If you give me this job, you will see my attitude. I said, sorry, hello, how are you? What's your name again? Do you go to a church in Gwarinpa? Do you know this face? No. Have you seen me before? No. Because I wore uniform, I was too ignored to be remembered as a person. But I'm actually the executive director of, and I'm one of those who will be interviewing you. You can't tell me that you're a nice person because I've seen your true color. Hello, mommy. God bless you, mommy. Hello, mom. That is Nicole I've been talking to you about, not our own Nicole. That is Madras. The lady I've been telling you about, mom, that I said I want to marry. You can see the way she's greeting you, and that's the lady I want to marry. And then all of a sudden, we had a knock. The door was open. Who came inside? Oh, it turned out to be your uncle. Your uncle. Because your mother had asked him to also join them in that meeting. And as soon as your uncle showed up, Madras became transfigured. Fear already gripped her to the core. And Madras saw how your own mother went on her knees to greet uncle. That Madras washed from the head to the toe. And when she was talking and showing out her acrylic fingers, one of them truly went out. I mean, like, pew. And so when your uncle entered, he saw Madras. He saw your mom. She knelt down to greet him. Your mother stood up. And you too, you now said, uncle, God bless you, sir, uncle. Thank you for coming, uncle. I didn't even know you're going to come. Actually, I want to introduce you to. He said, don't introduce. My sister, is this the thing you said I should come and see? The thing. The moment they call your wife a thing, just resign. The reason you behave well is because you know somebody has the potential to be of help to you. The reason you misbehave is because by your judgment, the person before you can never be of help to you. What you don't know is that human beings are like roots. We are under the ground, connected to distances beyond us. Where you see our tree is not where our roots stop. Am I talking to somebody in the house of God? Are you trying to clap, or you are clapping, or you are thinking of clapping? I don't know which one you're doing. Help me touch somebody and tell the person, behave well to me. Behave well. And I don't care, Pastor. Who is this? So who are you? So who are you? I said, who are you? So who do you think you are? No problem. Pharaoh asked the same question. Who is this God? Who is your God that I should let him go? Who is that God? And why was he talking to Moses like that? He was looking at Moses, and based on his knowledge of Moses, based on his knowledge, limited knowledge of Moses, he misbehaved to Moses. Moses said, no problem, sir. God, he said he wants to know who you are. God said, don't worry. It's not all the time you answer people immediately. When he's looking for a job, he will get the answer. He will get to the Red Sea. When they entered the Red Sea, he started pursuing Moses. How can they run? They entered this Red Sea. Me too, I should be able to enter. That's how he entered the Red Sea. Moses was looking at him from the other side. When the water covered all of them, God said, that is who I am. You want to know who I am? The answer is the burial service you are going through. Your burial service is the answer to the question. Is that okay? Attitude. Hello, let me quickly remind you. Somebody will stamp your passport at the border. Eh? Let me remind you. Somebody has a capacity with skills you don't know. Somebody has a capacity to put drugs inside your bag at the airport. You'll be asking questions. I did not carry it. We believe you did not carry, but we saw it inside your bag. How did it enter your bag? The person that dropped it will have walked away. The person is in the service, in the immigration service, in the custom. The person has walked away, and you are in trouble because of attitude. Listen, somebody is in IRS. They have the capacity to implicate you. Somebody is working somewhere as a doctor. You misbehave to them, they will recommend something that will round up your history, and it will not be traceable to them. The nurse you are misbehaving to, she knows where to inject you, and your history will be concluded. Your leg will round up his movements. The automobile, what do you call those guys that fix our tires? Call them anything. They can decide your future on the road. He will tell you, madam, we fix your tire, you can go. Your nuts are loosed. And you are on 140. Boom, tires off the motion. And they know the tires to knock off that will cause your car to somersault. They know the gauge. They know how to pump your tires, and they know which one to give a particular gauge and the one to give another gauge that can cause your car on speed or motion to tilt. Don't dare anybody. Everybody has a potential to do you evil. You are not Alpha and Omega. Did they name you like that? I mean, like when you were born, they said your name shall be called Alpha and Omega. Is that what anybody what's your attitude? You may be stronger than a woman, but you are not stronger than an entire family. She belongs to a family. When a family come together, you will know how powerless you are. What's your attitude? It is true you have money, but money is not everything in life. Somebody can jail you with your money, and they will say without no option of what? No bail, no fine, no parole. It's about attitude. Esther chapter 2 verse 17. Let me show you something. If you care about anybody's marriage relationships, you hear them, they fight in your neighborhood, beg them, promise them lunch and deliver. Bring them to church next Sunday. I beg you. This one is just going to be, we're laying foundation. I was watching a skit today, and a woman was praying with her husband, and the husband was falling asleep, and she hit the man. She said, "What is wrong with you?" The man said, "Madam, pray, I'm tired." And she was screaming on him. And at a point, the man said, "But go ahead and pray." She said, "Now you pray." And he said, "Father." And the woman hit him. She said, "The only thing you know how to say for the last 6 years is Father." The guy said, "What do you want me to say?" He said, "But why will you even be interrupting me in the presence of God? You're trying to correct me, but your attitude is also bad." Esther chapter 2. Now the king, NIV version, now the king was attracted to Esther more than any of the other women. Hello, ma. Hello. What is it about a woman that will make a king to be attracted to her over other women? Certainly beauty cannot be it. Please listen carefully to me. Your confidence is in the wrong place. You are prioritizing the wrong thing. Fools go for beauty. Responsible people go for character. Fools are after your butts and your boobs. But men who have kingdoms to conquer and territories to capture, when it comes to the issue of marriage, they settle for character. They settle for something much more than butts, much more than boobs. They settle for much even more than beauty. They tap into brilliance within and brain on top. Every of the first three things I mentioned are subject to fade. Favor is deceitful. Beauty is vain. It fades like flowers. I look at my mom today. I was helping her to adjust her dress. As I look at my mom, I say, "Kai." I said, "This was the woman that conquered my father. My father left the entire village and went in pursuit of this woman in Ikpaja in Lagos. She was the most amazing person he could have ever imagined in his lifetime." I said, "But my father, looking from heaven, he's watching us in this Sunday service. Hi, Dad." Yeah, so he... My father is shocked at what his wife looks like now. Wow, she's looking beautiful indeed. And I'm saying to myself too, very soon my wife too, beauty will fade. Miriuye, black beauty from Delta region, oil producing factory of the country. Beauty will soon fade away. And then you will realize that old age, flaccidity will set in. Bounce. You will bounce it will not bounce. It won't go anywhere. Listen, you can use rubber ring. It won't go anywhere. Because summer has come. Sorry, winter, fall. And then all these things that we like to grab, there will be folds, skin, loose skin, melted fats. And at that time, if the attitude that you marry locked up in the beauty is hell, enjoy hell until you die. Young man, what seekest thou? Young man, stop thinking like a boy. Don't marry for the boy that you are. Marry for the man you are becoming. Young man, marry for your 60s. Any girl who, when you are very young, she's like, "Sorry, I don't know why. Sick people make me feel funny." Hello, sir, you'll be sick one day. I don't care to know how anointed you are. One day, this body will Paul said our body is dying. Is what? Daily. So this girl that, sorry, I don't know. I can touch. I don't know, sick people. I don't know how I feel around sick people. She's already telling you how she will take care of you at old age. Every interaction with a man is making a man see possibilities at old age. I was telling my wife, mommy, some times ago, I said, sweetheart, I am not impressed by our relationship now. I said, what I'm concerned about, are you going to be the wife of my night? Are you going to be the wife of my night? If in my sickness I am avoidable, in old age, I will be treated like a plague. Any woman who can stand by you in pain now, when you are full of potential, this is the most viable moment of my life. If in this season of my life, when I am taking care of my wife, I'm nice to her, I'm everything, I'm full of potential, I can, in fact, listen. No, listen, I'm not the only one. Listen, David married Bathsheba, Abigail. So, if in this season of my life, when I can marry many women, can't I? You say what? My elder brother had 1,000. Solo is my elder brother. 1,000. And I'm only dealing with one. Why will you stand up now? I should not. You all said I should not. Calm down. This matter is a serious matter. It's plenty in my bloodline. They have them many. So what am I doing with one? So if in this season when I can, but chose not to, don't forget it's not a question of lack of capacity. It is a presence of restraint. And please note that my wife is not the reason for my restraint. The reason for my restraints is within me. So saying no to multiple women is not because I'm afraid of hell. In fact, it will shock you to know it's not part of the condition for going to heaven. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? But I know the consequence of it. It is not part of the condition for going to heaven, but it can become the condition for going to hell. Are you learning wisdom here? So if in this season I choose not to marry many, I chose not to, not because I can't. And in this season of my life, I'm watching a woman. When I need you the most, you are treating me like a fluke. So I am already making plans for old age. It is the reason why most men marry second wives from 50, 60. Watch this carefully. Once a man is climbing into 50, into 60, his earning power begins to rise. Except he's a lazy man. Most men from 50 to 60, opportunity begins to increase, resources begins to increase, access to wealth begins to increase. Am I correct? The other side of it is that the older a man gets, his sex drive goes up. Did I say that? What? Was it? It's today Sunday. Oh God. How did I say that on a Sunday service? It's supposed to be a holy day. The moment a man hits 40, 45, sex drive begins to rise. I did not know until I approached 40. Suddenly my whole body began to do me like this. I say, Satan, get behind me. And the Lord says, son, it is not behind you. It is now before you. It is here. It is here to stay. I was humble enough. I called my wife. I said, sweetheart, come. I said, something has been happening. I said, I thought it was evil until I stumbled on a research. And I got to find out that from 40, this is what happened to men. I said, you were the one begging me before. I'm the one begging you now. Thou shalt not forsake me. Please do not forsake me. Am I talking to somebody in the house of God? I don't know why you people like stories. See the way you are laughing at my own story. God have mercy on all of you. Quickly do the sign of the cross. Let God forgive you. Quickly. Your ears must be sanctified. Next time when you are hearing things like that, you close your ears. Amen. Attitude creates the atmosphere for the life or the death of your relationship. Attitude creates the atmosphere for the death or the life of your relationships. A woman was married to a king and lost her place to a slave girl because of what, ma? Attitude. The king set an event, a feast, and said, everybody come celebrate with me. This entitled woman who feels like because I'm married to the king and I'm a queen, I don't have to be where my husband is. And the Bible says she went and set a parallel feast for herself. Divided the kingdom on the day when the king was showing forth his glory. The king turned around and said, where is my wife? And they said, sorry sir, madam is not around. He said, call her, she should be at the back. He said, no. Somebody came and whispered, sir, the queen is hosting her own event. What? The event got finished and the elders of the land gathered. They said, sorry sir, if you lack the will to deal with your wife, we the elders of the kingdom say we love our own wives and we love this kingdom. The attitude of your wife can become an infectious attitude in this land. Your wife can become the reason why women will begin to dishonor their husbands. Hello, sir. You may not want to give up your wife. We, the men who made you king, demand that you either give up kingship and hold on to your wife, or let go of your wife by the laws of this land, ratified by the elders. You are free to let her go, and no man shall charge you of divorce. That woman is already divorced from you by her attitude. And that was how that woman was sent out of the kingdom. And a new search was done. And the Bible says a crown that was supposed to be on her head was placed on the head of Vashti. How many times, mommy, have I have young girls come to cry to me? Pastor, sir, that is a ring he showed me that he was going to give me. He's giving another girl. And the crown made for the head of Vashti was placed on the head of Esther. How many women have I seen? Pastor, sir, that is the house we labor to build together. Another girl. Pastor, see the useless girl. See her picture. See her picture. Pastor, you know there's this kind of cry that you don't have cry. You're just going to tenor. See the thing. That's the sin, man. Attitude. Attitude is like the wind. Have you noticed something about the wind, sir? The wind sends fires burning in California. Hey, whenever you have dry weather, high wind, you hear forest fire. So winds can ignite fire, can cause there to be an inferno. And at the same time, sir, have you noticed sometimes when you light up a candle, wind can quench it? Attitude is like the wind. Sufficient nature of it can ignite a place. An insufficient attitude, or what you call the negative attitude, can extinguish the fire of love. The love a man or a woman has for somebody can be extinguished by bad attitude. A man came full for you. A woman came to give her life to you. Your attitude can extinguish all of that. Bad attitude can extinguish the flame of love. Bad attitude can extinguish the passion locked up in somebody for somebody else. And the same thing, good attitude can ignite the flames of love and can set ablaze the heart of somebody with passion, such as it's in the office, in the board meeting. He say, yes sir, yes sir, I agree with you all. Sweetheart, missing you. Yes. Even when they decide that they are going to they want to crucify him. Yes. Because his mind is not there. Hello, sir. What is it about a prostitute that made Samson sleep? How comes for the first time we're told that it was the wrong woman that made Samson sleep? You did hear what I said? How is it that it's the wrong women that are making our men rest? Why are our men finding rest in the wrong bosoms? What is it about about our women that it is in the hand of the wrong men they find care, affection, intimacy? Papa, I know I'm a woman of God. She called me. Yes, sir. She called me from the Hilton and said, Pastor Sam, are you in the office? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I'm driving to come and meet you now. And she entered my office. Elegant woman of God, highly respected, popular woman. She's on television. She's involved in the political arena at the very top. I said, Pastor Sam, I need to talk with you. I said, what is it, ma'am? She said, Pastor, I'm living with a very, very funny man who is insensitive to my needs. His attitude is appalling. She said, but Pastor, there's this guy who just knows my password. She said, Pastor Sam, I'm just coming from him now. Yes, a mother of two. She said, Pastor Sam, I'm just coming from this guy. She said, my pain is that God disappointed me. I said, what do you mean, ma? She said, I went to the guy at the Hilton. She said, when I entered the hotel and I saw him, he told me he was in town. She said, I went to meet him. She said, when I got there, I saw him sitting down. She said, Pastor Sam, the devil did not tempt me. I tempted him. She said, I pushed him. She said, unfortunately, fear gripped the man because he knows I'm married and I'm a woman of God. He said he had sudden impotence. He said, Pastor Sam, why will God do me that? I said, ma, that's why you came to see me. She said, I'm angry at God. Listen to me, you may laugh at it. I'm telling you the honest truth. She said, he said, Pastor Sam, I don't care the consequence. He said that to be living with that kind of a man whose attitude is appalling. Why will our women find love in the wrong hands? Why are our men finding love in the wrong places? The way you are looking for answers. Unfortunately, your time has expired. The answers will come in the second service.
This is the Transforming Church International. One church making global impact.